Reality on ground, real people, real issues. Well, it's a great morning. I'm excited. Big up to my producer, Dan. There, you're such a fun man. Anyway, today we're talking about cybercrime. You and I are much more vigilant of late on social media, but somehow someone will find a way to get into your account and steal your money. Or not only that, they'll fraud you of something you least expect, like a laptop, an iPad like this, a phone. Someone will take something. So today we are here to discuss something you all know. You've gotten these messages on your phone that are saying, oh, hi, Andrew, I have a business meeting. I would love to share with you some, they call it a prestigious business idea. Let's meet up 6 p.m. at Ham Towers in the evening. You have that message. Then you've seen other people posing with cars on Facebook calling. They say, in 3 weeks, I can afford this car and I get 3 million. Then you've seen those ones again saying that you can work from your home and you earn $200, $500 a week. These messages are going around. And not only that, there are emails that are coming to you where people are telling you that, oh, to verify your account, please click here to confirm that you're the owner of the account. Before you know, your account is taken. It happened to my friend Ann Kansimwe and Zari. That was a few weeks ago. And today we decided to come to MOBS here. It is, of course, Makerere University Business School. Now, with me, I have the team that handles ICT. These are experts, as you can see. But I'll start with the guild president. Good morning, Semo.
Good morning, Andrew.
Ntende, you're so much into the students' forums and all this, and you've seen how school fees has been going. Where do you think the problem is coming from?
Cyber fraud. The problem of cyber fraud. I think cyber fraud is coming out of excitement. People are excited.
Okay.
Then secondly, the students and some people that are entering onto the Facebook, WhatsApp, name it, media platforms, they really do not know what exactly to be done when they get there.
Okay.
So people are excited, they don't know what is supposed to be done, so they end up doing anything. And again, people are devastated, people are frustrated. So when someone comes and tells them we need money, we're going to give you this amount of money, they are quick to answer.
Yes.
They're quick to give in the little they have so they can get a bigger buck.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, people are frustrated, people are poor, Andrew.
Right.
Students are extremely excited. We have a number of students. You see, we get people from all over the country, all over the world. So you never know who comes from where. So at the end of the day, people are doing things for the first time, and before you know it, they are being hit onto the head. Yeah, sure.
There you have it. That is the guild president. He says there is a state of desperate and excitement. And I don't think this is just a state of excitement and all that. It goes with the information people have. Is it a question of information as well?
I think information, yes, exactly. Because one, the government has not taken a lot of time to sensitize people. Then secondly, people do not know what exactly they should do. And some media platforms don't have those rules and regulations on them. And then secondly, we don't have teams of people that help to sensitize some of these people on what to do. So information is key.
Wow. We're on ground. Good morning, Nyabo.
Good morning to you, sir.
What's your name?
Hopa Simwe.
Hopa Simo. What is this SICA?
It's the Students Information and Computing Association of MOBS.
Computing Association of MOBS. Now, you people are experts in IT and all that. Let's start. Where do you think is the problem coming from?
First of all, as I said, excitement, but also people are so desperate in getting money very fast. They're not hardworking. People think that any soft deal that is going to come up for them, they'll be able to take part and get the money as fast as they can, which is not the case. It's good that you be cautious of the people you're communicating with. Those emails that people just accept, phone numbers that you do and don't have in your contact list, and you just start talking to someone frequently, and the next thing you know, you're already stripped.
All right, let's talk about the youth. I want to bring it to the students. Have you had friends who have actually fallen in this kind of racket before?
Yes.
And what was their story like?
Their story. They got a deal, it was one of it, purported telecom company. So they were told that send me 10,000 of airtime. This is a new promotion. It's on board. It hasn't even gone out on the media.
Market,
So send me 10K, and then even they actually changed to our mother tongue. They kept on. Which language are you comfortable with? And then as time was going on, of course they loaded all the credit. So by the time we got to realize, she was ready.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That was bad. So they go as far as telecoms to make sure that things are happening. Mister, you're the man here.
Yes.
For starters, there is another man. What's your name again?
Mulugwe Samuel.
Mulugwe Samuel.
Yes.
Looking through the camera there, I want you to be very honest.
Yes.
Lwaki abantu bababba? Mwenga aba IT temutuyambye. You guys are doing what you need to be doing, but you're not telling us there's so many apps coming up. What do we need to do?
What I see, what we, the IT people, need to do is to sensitize the rest of our friends, because every now and then new tricks are created on how to scheme people. Yes. So.
But realize creative brains like you are not so much of extrovert. You're introverts, and most times. So how do we get there?
Well, okay. Firstly, we could use these platforms because very many people are on these platforms. We can use the WhatsApp, the Facebook, and the rest of the platforms to sensitize the rest of our friends.
You online?
Yes, they have.
How was it? Because you are an expert in IT, you know technology. How did they beat the lines of security?
Well, this one person told me because. I wanted, it feels good to have very many followers on these platforms. Yes, because you want to create an audience.
Was it Twitter?
No, it was Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
Yes. So the person told me I could have very many followers.
Yes, influencer ahead.
Yes. So he told me to click on this link, and I could get very many followers, like 10,000. So I clicked on the link, and the next thing I know, I could not access my Instagram account.
Whoa, it was all gone.
Yes, it was.
There you see it. An expert was doomed and was frauded online. He no longer has control over. Did you open up a new one?
I had to.
You had to, and the other one was closed.
Yes.
Okay, well, there you have it. He was doomed, and he's an expert in IT. You can imagine if an expert was beaten, how about Nzomuntu Wawansi? Good morning, Nyabo.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay.
We have seen many young ladies taken in circles. They say, we have this particular organization. It's university interlinked. Every month you can put like 50K. By the time you're done with campus, this is what we even have an app. And these people are doomed to this way. What do you think is the cause of this, especially among the youth?
I may say curiosity amongst people. People who want to know like more. What if I do this? What if I like click on this link?
Yes.
So some of them are taken up under that. So you find yourself like you are like your information is already gone. You can't access your accounts anymore. Yes, I think that's it. Then need for money again.
The need for money?
Money again.
Yes. Money.
That's the main thing. Money, then maybe even fame. You want to know, like, you want people to know you. So you end up stealing people's pictures or even names so that people can follow you up.
Wow.
So that's it.
Wow, there you have it. Fame, curiosity, and money. Do you think that we have enough information as Ugandans to actually fight a cyber fraud?
No, yeah. People know, people understand, but then they haven't gone that extra mile to explain to the people what they're supposed to do or what they're supposed to take up as like the protective measures for people to to understand what will I do, what will I do to prevent something from happening.
So on a good day, talk to me as a Montua Wansi. This email comes through or this WhatsApp link comes through and they're telling me if you click here you get 5 GBs of, no, they actually say 50 GBs. You've seen that?
Yes.
You get 50 GBs of data and all that. What do I need to do when I get such links I don't understand?
First of all, you have to be very, very, very careful and keen. Keep calm. If at all something comes up like that, if at all you have a friend who is better than you, who is an expert, try to connect with him or her. Then you get the better way of the track. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Then you have to be very careful. If at all they've already like hacked your phone or sent any emails, then you can also report to the police.
Police?
Yes. No. For safety purposes. That's what we're supposed to do.
Okay.
As Ugandans, of course. That's the first thing you have to report to police.
You believe in the police?
No. Of course, that's what we're supposed to do as students, of course. Then, but what I believe, you go to a nearby person who knows much about computer or anything.
I'll call you. Someone says you go to the police in case you're hacked. Just go to police. Cyber crime. And do you think the youth are actually scared when there is this panic that comes when a phone is hacked into and someone is like, so what's your name?
I am Sandy Samuel, the ICT Minister. of
ICT
MOBS.
Minister.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much. You ICT Minister, together with the Information Minister in the country, you promised us Wi-Fi. What happened?
Actually, Wi-Fi is available.
Ekola saa mukago gw'ekiro tuba tunabeera mu kibuga kola saa mmeka?
It depends on the institution. Here at MOBS, we wrote to NITA, and you can use it throughout the day.
Throughout the day.
Yeah, so it's
All right.
open throughout the day. Yes.
All right. Let's talk about that incident I told you. What do I do in such an incident? If my phone is hacked, there is this fear that gets especially to the women, and of course, if they are men as well and they're on the other side, they equally get scared because of what is in their phones. What do you think needs to be done?
I think we need to go back to the basics.
What are the basics?
The basics is to make sure that our devices are secure.
How do
You
I secure
prepare.
my device?
You can always put in a protection password. You can try to prevent unauthorized access. And with Android, just that most people don't know, but you can actually log into your phone remotely. I can even wipe it clean. That is the first step. Because information is very, very critical, and information is power. So before actually you think of how you have lost your device, before you think of the costs, it's better you think about the information you have on that phone. Nowadays, all our bank accounts, all our details, they are on that mobile device.
Even your money.
Even your money is on that device. So it is important, the moment you lose your phone, you can log in remotely. You go on the Google platform, there's that option. You log in remotely, and then maybe lock it. Or if you fear for your information that you may not retrieve it, it's better.
Told the truth, Minister. We need to be very clear here for my muntu who wants to sit deep in Amadat watching, and he or she has a phone and doesn't understand the login and how you can wipe it off another device and you can actually safeguard it. How do I Kwanzaa connect my phone to Google accounts or whatever, or cloud?
If you are using Android, it is mandatory for you to log in with a Gmail account.
Yes.
And that Gmail account comes with so many services. And one of that service is called Android Device Manager. So it is available. The moment you log in, it is activated. Only that people don't know. So what our government and the people who are in authority need to do is to sensitize people. The same applies to iCloud, those who are on iPhone. Those services are as well available. But what our people lack is the sensitization, is the knowledge about these platforms. So I think the government is being reluctant, and since ICT is a new industry in Uganda and it is growing at a very fast rate. So also I believe the government is supposed to step in and try to catch up with the pace.
Minister, have you ever been defrauded by someone online? Mtu nakufera.
Yes, I was.
What happened?
It was a very long story.
No, but you can cut it
But,
short. We need to know.
Yeah, let me cut it short. And that's why I got so passionate about computing. Sometime back in my high school, I started designing websites at an early stage. So what you do, you need to buy a domain, you need to buy, you need to host your website, and you do those transactions online.
Yes.
So when you don't know, sometimes you land on fake sites. So what I did, opened up a Stanbic account because I needed to have a Visa account that can connect and you know what, put the money there. I had a client, so paid, but paid in
Senior secondary, you're paying in dollars.
paying in dollars.
Oh, wow, wow.
But most importantly, paying in vain. And this is not your money.
Yes.
This is a client's money. So you don't have the website, don't have the domain, you don't have the hosting services, and the money is gone.
Yes.
So you have to find ways of either making sure you host it for the client or you try to explain.
Wow.
At a particular point, you know that when you are querying and you are broke. So, but then it was so sad, so I had to find out more.
Didn't your client think you yourself, you are mufere? Does it leave some people that when they're trying to actually fix some things and they actually defraud off and it comes back to them, they look like they're really buffeted?
Yeah, of course, because that is the last month I did business with them. Because I delayed, first and foremost, to publish their website. And then when you tell someone stories, they don't trust you anymore. They feel like, how safe is my website? Because this was a website that was going to handle some of making orders online.
Wow.
So someone is not so sure if they could trust you with their
Did
information.
you make good with them? Did you go after now that you have all these? You're like, okay, now.
Of course I did, and we have some forums where because I'm trying my level best to make sure that people are in the know. That's why this association is a young association, and it is put in place. We empower, we innovate, and we motivate. We want to empower the people of Uganda, the citizens of Uganda.
Empower and innovate. Well, that is it. Nyabo, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name?
I'm Jalia Naziwa.
Jaria Naziwa. Do Ugandans care about their data, their information they have online?
No,
Why? Why do you say that?
they are unaware of how to protect.
Have you logged into some apps online of late and they tell you you can log in with either your Facebook or your Gmail account or your Pinterest and people just press and they forward?
Yes,
And what does that mean to you as a Ugandan?
they are not cautious.
They're not conscious.
Yeah, my
what do we need to
countrymen.
do, Nazwa? Look in the camera, Nazwa. Huh?
People are not cautious about protecting their data
Yeah.
online.
And how best can they protect their data?
As I said, I'm going to just supplement. People need to be sensitized because right now, as the status quo is wanting, yeah, cyber fraud is rising day by day. Over 40 million Americans have been victims or have been victimized by the cyber fraud. When it comes to the identity theft, when it comes to hacking of the bank accounts online. But then in Uganda, however much it sensitizes people, we need to come back to the problem tree. What does that tell us? You need to go back and find out what's the root cause, what's causing that. Before the sensitization. So in this case, we call upon the government. Yeah, I've seen the cyber law, but it's not, you know.
It's not strong enough.
It's not strong enough. It just rotates around the 3 acts, what we call the Computer Misuse Act, the Electronic Transaction Misuse Act, but people are not aware. How does it work? You see, so government still needs to strengthen the cyber law. Once it is strengthened, then trust me, shall cut down the cyber criminals in Uganda. Yeah.
Wow. There she says it. Back to you. She says the law is a little bit, whether it's not that strong enough. Teddy Kanga, I could feather you and they get me, I come out. How best can we strengthen the cyber law in the country?
Actually, the penalties are there, but the problem is people don't even know what the law states. So out of all the sensitization that we are doing, that has to be part of it. Like, you know what, people, there is a law to support you in case you have this problem. Police is able to help you. Because even the CID was being questioned about cybercrime and all. And they're like, fine, they have an IT sector that tries to handle all that crime and try to curb it down. But the problem is, as the world is changing, also the technology keeps on increasing. So, and Uganda, we're developing. Fine, you have to understand that. But still, when it comes to people, the government should really put more effort in serving people, because once it starts like this and it's already this massive, how about in the next 2, 5, how many years to come?
I hear you.
So that you should tell people that there's a lot that's going to protect you, and also have the equipment brought in. If it's going to spend, it's also an essential thing, because people are running their businesses, and you want people to be collecting taxes. So as the government is benefiting, you should also support the people that their businesses are safe and there's no cybercrime really going on that much.
All right, someone who trusts the police here in Uganda with regards to cybercrime, I want to ask her, she said that the police needs to be empowered and things of the sort. How best can we empower our people, because your association goes with more empowering and innovation? How best can we empower the people from grassroots, that even the police can understand this? Because personally, I've seen police dogs sniffing a crime scene that is actually cyber related. And I've seen police at times. No, I'm being exact here. I've seen police saying that it's a cyber crime, but the camera didn't get the right full images. They are going to deploy over like 3,000 cameras on the streets to curb down crime and all this. But do we have the capacity as a country to make sure that cyber crime can actually be brought to its knees?
Yes, exactly, we have.
With the Uganda police?
No, not really. Not really, yeah? But then those guys have to be like very, very serious on this point, because it costs someone's life. Yes.
Yes, I hear you.
So they have to be very, very careful. But then, according to us, according to Sika so we are trying to sensitize the guys around. So with this help that we are giving to the guys here, I think some of them will just go and help out some other people out there in the routes.
Have you sensitized 5-10 people around you?
Yes, we have.
In the recent past?
Yes, we have.
What was your particular key area you looked at?
Um,
You as an individual?
yes. I think I have an experience, so I helped out someone.
Hey, what happened? They found it back. Hey.
They stole my pics and like impersonating me.
Hey, what pics did they steal? We are live on NTV. This is reality on the ground. One of them, her pics were taken. Madam, what pics are these?
No,
Like your real...
Yeah, my real pics on Facebook.
Hey, Facebook. But then did they over donkanzi. Okay, they took your pics.
Yes.
How did they take them?
I'm not really sure, but my friend called me up in the evening one day and told me, Agatha, why are you sending me your what?
Your pics.
You know, it's a friend request again. I thought we were already friends. I was like, what are you talking about? So he sent a screenshot of it, and I found out that someone had already taken my pics and had already posted. I'd already gotten some friends within one day.
Wow.
She had already gotten like over 300 or 400 friends
That's
one
a good
day.
face.
Yes, so I was like, okay. I tried checking out on Facebook, me myself. I got the information, so at least I knew something about it.
What did you
about
do? Did you
ICT.
report?
No, no, not as fast as it was. I first talked to the person because I was capable of talking to her, to him or her. I'm not really sure whether he was a he or
You
she.
went to the inbox.
Yes, inbox. I inboxed
The
him
person?
or her. Yes, the person. Yes, but it took like 2 days without a reply. The second day, she or he, the person replied and told me, Agatha, I'm very sorry. You have to help me out. I'm trying to track my boyfriend. I was like, what the? I was like, really?
So they're using you as a yardstick.
So I also asked, I talked to her, like calmly, and I explained everything. I was like, if you need any help, try.
I'm here.
Yes, I'm here. Or try your friends who are very good in this ground. So after some days, I kept on sending messages. I was like, if you don't, I'm going to report this case,
Yes,
or I do something very.
impersonation.
Yes, I do something very like.
What? What? Were you scaring someone?
Scaring, of course, but then in a good way. Not scaring. Because if at all anything happened, they would just go into the messages and see.
Wow.
I was like threatening someone, so I had to be very careful. So in this case, you have to, through these organizations that we're making in all institutions and campuses, I think people will get to know even someone who is helped by us is going to help someone else like that. But then the government itself has to come up like and sensitize more about this thing.
Does your LC chairman know how to navigate through an Android phone?
I'm not very sure.
Perfect. So there we have it. We're still having a conversation. It's about ICT as we're winding up the show today. Sebo, how best can we see, you see, of let people have, our children at home, they have tabs, they have all these. And the other day, some friend of mine told me that I should take my son for a STEM class. Is this the way forward to fight cyber fraud?
Well, the other way that we can prevent cybercrime is to take it upon ourselves, those that know this ICT ground. We can create third-party apps that can handle the security part.
Slow down. What are third-party apps?
Okay, like it's an app that comes in between the user and then the company that is providing the services.
Okay.
Yes.
So it is more like third-party.
Yes,
Safety, shock absorber.
yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Well, there you have it. We've had a discussion here. And Mr. President, if you could come here with me briefly. As this is all going on, you guys are having bazaar. Can we come through and you still tell us more about this IT, how we can be safe? But by no modala.
You surely can come through. They have a stall where they are trying to sensitize people from. Of course, we know we are having new students coming to the university and they are liable. Abamo Kubo, they have their tuition on them, so anything can happen. So we are trying to work around the clock to make sure things are okay. But I was wanting to talk about something small as well, about cybercrime. I realize also cybercrime goes as far as someone using technology to hack into your account and take all your money.
Yes.
Also, it goes as far
Mobile
as...
money.
Exactly. Someone goes as far as writing this very funny message to you or about you, someone using your pictures, your
Yes.
impersonation. So I think really it goes way beyond what one individual can do. So it's just a call onto the government for them to come through and, you know, sensitize the people, and of course the people that know what they are doing to also make sure that the neighbor knows.
Okay.
Basically that.
Well, there you have it, and that brings us to the end of our segment today, Reality on the Ground. But things that stand out, one is information is key. Do you know what your phone can do? Do you know someone can hack your iMac, your iPad, your laptop, and they use your webcam? Do you know that someone can actually use your very phone to call another person and defraud you? Do you know that the messages they actually send to your WhatsApp, they say, click here, you get 50 bundles. Simanya, I've been doing this business for 3 months and now I have 50 million. All these get rich quick schemes are a source, are the few signs of cyber fraud. So you don't need to get into them. Then secondly, let's try to, you know, educate our people around us. Let's empower them. Let's tell them, if you have a judge, your judges have a lot of money, but they don't know how to run their accounts on mobile money. Yet the tenants, and someone will call and say, she will send. So let's try to, you know, educate the people around us. Let's innovate with them. Let's share the apps, third-party apps. Don't just apply for any app. Then when you're online on Facebook, on Twitter, and they tell you click here to get your account verified, please don't. If they tell you if you want to be a part of this app to look at yourself how you look when you're 50 years of age, go log in with your Gmail account, please be conscious. Before you subscribe to anything shady, be very much more conscious.
I think talking about being conscious, I just have an experience to share with my
Briefly,
with the viewer.
yes.
Exactly. Someone called me and told me, Julius, can we meet at Nakasero? And
Where, State House?
I don't know. I don't know. But can we meet at Nakasero? And I wondered where this guy had gotten my number from. And then later, like she
He's the
said,
president.
"Oh, watch money." And then later, just like she said, someone can actually come into your language and then make you convince, get convinced so well.
Yeah.
So I talked to this guy. I'm like, okay, let's meet at Cafe Bravo. He's like, no, let's meet maybe Parliamentary Avenue. I'm like, okay, no, let's go to Serena Hotel. It's like, no, I think we need to meet at this place. So at the end of the day, you have to be conscious. You have to be careful because people shall call you in these exotic places. And
Absolutely.
you'll be excited.
Well, the other thing is, online we had a couple of feedbacks. Some people say that when they're defrauding you, they have a lot of love. But in a love, be conscious of people who are defrauding you. They come as lovers, they come as suitors, lures of your soul, and they'll take your money. So that is it from the ground, Reality on the Ground. I was with the Association Sika. I here at Mobs, and back to Mala in studio with another guest there.